what's up, guys? I hope you're having an incredible start to your day. I'm going to dive into some energies around the Divine Masculine Collective, okay? Because I am picking up that someone is on edge without you. You haven't reached out, you haven't communicated. I feel like this Divine Masculine is making efforts to communicate, but you've left them on read, or you haven't even opened up the message and they know for a fact that you might have seen it or you got it, or there's little ways of that they do keep tabs on you, Divine Feminine, and it has them on edge that you're not acting like yourself, or you're not acting like you normally would, where you're usually really welcoming to communication. Something about your energy is that you're at your wit's end. You may have gotten guidance from your spiritual team to pour back into yourself, ease back, lessons of discernment, right? Lessons of temperance. The energy has to be balanced, and it hasn't been, and you have your Divine Masculines kind of panicking here because there is a flood of channeled messages coming through to them about their behavior and how they haven't appreciated you and what it feels like when you're not there, when you're not gone. Like, I really do see someone trying to pull their tie away from their neck a lot, or like it's like energy around the throat chakra where they feel like now they want to say so many things to you. Now they want to reach out and apologize, but the problem with that is that you're not going to respond. It's a little too late type of energy, right? Or it's going to take you some time, and that's what they're just kind of pacing back and forth here, feeling like shit. Okay, that's what I'm getting. They may be distracted at work. They should be working on a big project right now. That's why I see they keep pulling away their tie. Like, they should be focused, and they keep checking their cell phone, or it's like their mind is not at ease right now because they don't know what the hell you're thinking or what the hell your next move is. I'm hearing someone saying, like, she's definitely sick of my shit. And now they're wishing that they could have, changed their ways or acted a certain type of way or taken things more seriously. So, I mean, it happens, I feel like this is just one of those things, right? A cycle is ready to close out. You've learned some good lessons, Divine Feminine, and kudos to you for closing this out and saying, like, I'm done with it. You definitely have him feeling like he's in hot water, like I said, on edge, because, it's not like you to be away for this long. So let's see what's happening with your masculines. Okay, we do have self-care, we have energy. They could be picking up on this ease of you being at peace. Maybe this is lessons that you're also learning, is just to invest more into yourself. They could be seeing you also just taking better care of yourself, or seeing this as a sign of self-care. I feel like someone's starting to put two and two together, or maybe even say to themselves, like, I'm such a toxic asshole. Like, she's realizing that, like, in order for her to feel at peace, I got to be out of the picture. So now is the time where I do feel like many of them, they're going to be working on themselves. What are they working on, universe? What's the biggest thing that really stands out? Yeah, we have forming structure and foundation. Okay, so somebody needs to get back to basics. I feel like your masculine's ready to explore, like, health. Okay, how do I make better decisions? How do I show up more? Many of them could be like, they're feeling like they want to get rid of bad habits. Like, what has me in such a shitty mood all the time, right? Many of them may feel like they need to stop drinking, they need to stop smoking. A lot of them could feel like, okay, maybe I need to meditate, or, maybe I need some therapy. Like, I feel like you have your Divine Masculine feeling like they've never thought about these things before. They've never had to think about cleaning up shop energetically and spiritually before for a woman. But you damn well are that woman, Divine Feminine, I'll tell you that. Okay, because you prefer your peace, and they love that. They find it's attractive, it's sexy, because you set a good example. You may have a peaceful home, you run a tight ship wherever you are. Something about you screams, I know that I could find peace of mind in that woman. I know I could be a healthy man with that woman. Because look at what she's able to do for me just by cutting off my energy, right? Queen of Swords. It might hurt to cut him off, but shit, you're willing to do that if it means your peace of mind, right? That's how you take good care of yourself. And that's what beautiful feminine energy is all about. You may already represent this solid foundation, this solid structure. And that's what's got him on edge, because he's feeling like, damn, I fucked up. Oh shit, oh my God, I can't believe I cursed, guys. It's so not like me. I am so sorry, especially if you guys have your little ones, around while you're listening or, anyways, that's how the masculines are feeling. They really are feeling the sense of, they might have played around too much. And, maybe you do tend to have this energy about you where you are incredibly easygoing, you are incredibly nurturing, you are incredibly warm, but it doesn't mean to say that Queen of Swords can't come out at any time from the bush, you know what I mean? Mother Kali style with a cutlash. Like, don't play with me. Don't play in my energy, right? Because many of you, I feel like you've worked very hard to create a lot of solid foundation, structure, peace, a beautiful, clean, crisp energy around you. And it's not easy to maintain or balance that. So you could be Divine Feminine very serious about like who comes in and out. Your masculines are learning a very clear lesson here. So they're working on presenting themselves, I feel, more clearly. Because we do have the water in the background, right? Like the rock in itself represents like hardness, like straighten up yourself, right? Lace up them boots, tighten up yourself. Solid as a rock. Come present yourself good. And the water in the background, I feel it represents like the cleansing that many of them may be embarking on at this time. Because you don't play whoever you are, Divine Feminine. You really don't play. You would rather feel the rejection or the loss of this connection. You have a good way of fragmenting energy as well. Maybe even just, if something's not good for you, again, Queen of Swords energy, you're not afraid to lose that connection. You're not afraid to lose that relationship if it means it's going to mess up your self-care routine or, destabilize these rocks in any way, right? Your energy sends a strong message to whoever's coming into your life that you have high expectations because you provide this for yourself already. That's what your masculines are learning. Like they can't come around you in like this kind of like player energy, immature energy. Like, if they came towards you as a knight, yeah, that confidence was nice, but you got to be able to maintain that headed towards that king energy. If they kind of sit around in this knight energy, hiding behind fake confidence, you're going to see that really, really quickly. And again, whoever you are, Divine Feminine, you are not afraid of rejection. You're not afraid to cut something off if it was going good and, the was good and, whatever it is, you're just like, no, if it messes with my peace, it's out. And I feel like you have him in a state of shock, okay? Seriously on edge because, yeah, like I said, it's not like you to be away like this or not reach back out or not communicate. He knows something's up. It's like, oh shit, like the alarms are going off. Maybe you guys might be hearing sirens or notifications are going off, things like that, right? It's like his heart is kind of beating here because not only have you not answered back or maybe you've read the message and not responded, he can feel the energy behind it. It's making his heart beat. It's making, his upper lip sweat, his forehead is sweat. There's beads of sweat everywhere, right? Man need a tissue to wipe up his forehead and stuff. Meanwhile, his coworker's like, you okay over there? He's like, yeah. I'm just dealing with a work email over here. Meanwhile, he'd unchecked his inbox and see that you read the message and you haven't responded, right? He's feeling a lot of illusions, a lot of confusion. Maybe he sees that you're over the illusions. Okay, someone's used to their charm and their wit and the size of their... I should have rhymed that, but I can't. It was too inappropriate. They're starting to see that those things, like when it comes to the Queen of Swords, you don't play, right? I could get you on 10 like you know. That's the Queen of Swords energy. Like, don't play. I don't care about your charm. I don't care about how much money you make. I don't care about the size of you. Like, none of that stuff. I could get you on 10 like you. So I feel like he's slowly kind of taking off these rose-colored glasses towards the way he's been presenting himself. Like, whoever you are, Divine Feminine, you really do value, like, king energy, like maturity. Somebody's got to be able to handle you. Like, when you enter a man's life, like, you don't just, like, come in there. Like, you will have a man starting to build up an empire when you're in his presence, right? So I feel like when masculine energies enter your life, they go real quick if they can't handle that type of energy. Many of them will try to play it off as though you're the problem, and many of you damn well know you couldn't handle the heat. You couldn't pull your socks up and lace up your boots fast enough, right? You got me lacing up my boots fast. You can't cut it, then you got to go energetically. So this is a divine masculine here who's on edge here because he feels like he's up to the challenge, right? This is somebody now wanting to get into that that king of swords energy. Maybe it could be starting off as queen of swords energy because they're going to have to definitely work on patience for now, and not, just kind of jump the gun here. You mean business, whoever you are, divine feminine, definitely mean business. I'm going to get maybe just some love messages here because we do have the ancestor guides as well with alchemy. I feel like there's a strong connection between you two because he's not willing to give up. Sorry if that was loud. That shuffle. He's not willing to give up on this. I feel like somebody could be trying to alchemize the insecure energy that they feel. This is the first time this masculine has ever asked for heavenly assistance on what do I need to do. Like, I feel like they really are panicking, right? If they've shared this connection with anybody close to them, someone close to them was like, yo, I told you shouldn't have been like acting like a fool like this. So whoever they shared this with, they've definitely given them advice like, you better pray on it or ask for some kind of assistance. What kind of feelings are developing now in this connection between you two? Okay, so we have trust. Okay, I can't show it because they're in the bath together, but this is the erotic oracle if you guys want to take a look. I mean, I can kind of cover it up, but yeah, they're just kind of cuddling here, and maybe he's giving her a kiss on the cheek and they're hugging, but this is what they're ideally going to be working on now. So this was someone who was really, again, relying on, maybe their power, but the power was immature. It's coming through as like Knight of Swords type of energy, like rushing in, right? With that, charm, the confidence. But I feel like when they rode in, they saw that, maybe you already have an empire of your own. Your energy is incredibly stable. You're emotionally stable as well. You're, whoever you are, divine feminine, you're a very mature woman. So it's like, again, when you enter a man's life, you're a blessing because you will multiply their resources. You kind of check them where you put them into this energy of it's go time. Like, I need to maintain this. Like, it is go time. They all of a sudden get filled up with ambition and motivation. Again, empire building, King of Swords type of energy. Very decisive, very clear direction, making moves, knowing where they need to be, right? The man waking up early, 4 o'clock in the morning and thing, to get his day started. When you're in his life, hitting the gym, looking his best, right? So I feel like this is the energy that they are in now, is wanting to build trust with you. Somebody really doesn't want you to get away, and they never thought that you would be in this energy of like Queen of Swords, cutting them off, shutting them off. They're not used to that. Like I said, this is definitely somebody that holds a lot of power, either financially, they could make a lot of money, have a lot of social connections, but divine feminine, whoever you are, you don't care one ass about that, right? Because you carry this type of energy where they got too cocky, they got too confident, feeling like, shit, how did I get this divine feminine into my presence? And maybe they got too carried away and they weren't expecting that you were going to get away as fast as, you appeared into their life. Okay, let's soften up the energies in this reading a little bit and see what we can build upon with trust. What is your divine masculine ready now to build on when it comes to trust? Because they're going to keep at it, okay? Give your relationship a chance. They're going to keep at it, trust me, divine feminines, because you've sent a very strong message with that Queen of Swords energy. Your value, your worth, your dignity, you will always choose that self-care energy no matter what. Maybe you have a lot to protect in your own life as well. You have your own empire to protect. You may have children of your own. They get it loud and clear, and they're attracted to it as hell. That's also a reason why they could be on edge and rubbing, their beard or their 5 o'clock shadow, going, shit. I really should have calmed down and worked on myself. And that's why I'm saying they're ready to drop a lot of bad habits. Maybe they're ready to get into the self-care energy and solid foundation energy. Maybe they're fine, like, I need a clear head. I need to be working out. I need to be exercising a lot because I need to be on my toes when it comes to dealing with this divine feminine, because they really do want to give this a chance. Whatever you just did, or however you reacted to it, or maybe just even not reacting at all. You've definitely got their attention and affection in a way that you haven't ever before. It's like they're seeing you in a new light, and they really do want to give this a chance. Let's get one more message and we'll close off the reading. Okay. What else are they working? What else are they working on with trust? Okay, so we have true love. And this is maybe what's hitting them in the heart space. This is the romance of a lifetime. They're not letting you get away. Okay, you've definitely taken a particular action, Divine Feminine, that they weren't expecting you to take. And it feels like Cupid has hit them through the heart, where somebody is doing a complete 360. So they could be strategizing right now, okay? I'm getting really King of Wands energy as well. Planning something, or maybe planning something that you're not going to expect. You definitely, again, have someone on their toes, okay? They see you as someone that they don't want getting away. You are their true love. You've demonstrated that in your recent energy. You are the most attractive woman that they've ever laid eyes upon, and they're going to give this a chance. They're going to work on it. All right? So if you guys would like a personal session, reach me over at Hipsy. Definitely join the membership videos, guys. Maybe there's a part 2 in there for you that's a little bit more erotic. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next check-in, okay? You guys take it easy. Bye.